What if I told you that maybe the Big Bang wasn't the true beginning of everything? That before the cosmic explosion that created our universe, trillions of other universes already existed? Get ready for a mind-bending journey that will challenge everything you thought you knew about the start of it all. Today, we're going to explore 3 revolutionary theories suggesting that our universe might just be one chapter in an infinitely older and grander cosmic story. Hey there, cosmic explorers. Welcome back to Cosmic Frontiers. I'm your guide on this incredible journey through the mysteries of the cosmos. And today we're diving into one of science's deepest questions. What existed before the Big Bang? Get ready to discover theories that speak of universes dying and being reborn, of eternal cosmic cycles, and of realities that stretch and contract like a universal heart beating for trillions of years. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why some of the world's greatest physicists believe our universe might just be a grain of sand on an infinite cosmic beach. We're on an amazing trek together towards 1,000 cosmic explorers, and every discovery brings us closer to that incredible goal. Let's kick things off with a problem that has puzzled scientists for decades. When we talk about the Big Bang, we always picture that moment 13.8 billion years ago, when everything began. But here's the unsettling question. If the Big Bang was the beginning of time and space, what was there before? It's like asking what exists north of the North Pole. The question simply doesn't make sense within our traditional understanding. For years, physicists would answer, there was no before because time itself began with the Big Bang. But imagine if I told you that answer might be wrong. Think of the Big Bang as the moment you switch on a flashlight in a completely dark room. Suddenly, you can see everything around you, but that doesn't mean the room didn't exist before you turned on the light. The Big Bang might have just been the moment our universe lit up, but perhaps it already existed in some form before that. This is where our 3 revolutionary theories come in, each proposing a radically different view on what might have preceded the moment we've always considered the true beginning. The first theory is perhaps the most elegant and poetic of them all, Roger Penrose's cyclic universe model. Penrose is a brilliant British mathematician, a Nobel laureate, who proposed something extraordinary. What if our universe was just one in an infinite sequence of universes? Imagine the cosmos as a cosmic phoenix that dies and is eternally reborn. In Penrose's model, called conformal cyclic cosmology, each universe goes through a complete cycle. It's born with a Big Bang, expands for billions of years, and eventually becomes a cold, empty place where only black holes exist. But here's the fascinating part. These black holes also evaporate through a process called Hawking radiation. Stephen Hawking discovered that black holes aren't completely black. They emit radiation and, over unimaginably long periods, evaporate completely. When the last black hole in the universe disappears, only fundamental particles are left floating in an infinitely expanded space. And here's Penrose's ingenious mathematical trick. In this final state, the universe loses all sense of scale. There's nothing to measure distances or time. It's like being in a perfectly smooth ocean, with no waves, no references. You can't tell if you're swimming in a puddle or the Pacific Ocean. Mathematically, this final state becomes indistinguishable from a new Big Bang. It's as if the universe forgets how big and old it is, allowing a new cycle to begin. Penrose calls this passage through conformal infinity. It's like the universe is an infinite book, and our Big Bang was just the start of a new chapter, preceded by trillions of previous chapters. The second theory takes us to equally fascinating territory, the Big Bounce theory. If the Big Bang was an explosion, the Big Bounce suggests it was more like a bouncing ball. Imagine the universe as a giant cosmic rubber band that stretches to a maximum point and then snaps back, contracting completely before expanding again. In this view, our Big Bang wasn't the beginning, but rather the rebound moment of a previous universe that had contracted to an extremely dense point. This theory solves one of cosmology's big problems, the Big Bang singularity. In traditional physics, a singularity is a point where our mathematics simply breaks down. Infinite density, infinite temperature, infinite space-time curvature. It's like dividing by zero in math. You don't get a meaningful answer. But in the Big Bounce theory, we never reach a true singularity. Instead, when the previous universe contracts to a minimum size, still incredibly tiny, but not zero, special quantum forces kick in, preventing a total collapse and causing a new expansion. It's like compressing a spring. The more you compress it, the more force it exerts to return to its original state. In the case of the universe, when matter and energy are compressed beyond a certain limit, the very quantum nature of reality creates a pressure that reverses the collapse and initiates a new expansion. Some scientists calculate that these cycles can last trillions of years each, with our current universe being just one pulse in a cosmic heart that has been beating for an eternity. The third, and perhaps most mind-blowing theory, introduces us to eternal, expanding and contracting universes. This idea, developed by physicists like Paul Steinhardt and Neil Turok, proposes something even more radical. What if there were multiple spatial dimensions beyond the three we know, and our universe was just a three-dimensional slice in a higher dimensional space? It's like imagining we live on the surface of a sheet of paper, without realizing there are thousands of other sheets stacked above and below us. In this theory, called the ekpyrotic model, which means cosmic conflagration in Greek, there are at least two of these branes, or universal membranes, floating in a higher dimensional space. Occasionally, these branes collide, and this collision is what we perceive as a Big Bang. It's like two gigantic sheets of paper crashing into each other, creating waves of energy that we interpret as the birth of our universe. Between collisions, the branes move apart, then approach again, and the cycle repeats eternally. What makes this theory particularly elegant is that it explains some mysterious characteristics of our universe, such as why it's so uniform in temperature and density. If our Big Bang was the result of a collision between branes that had already existed for a long time, they had enough time to equilibrate before the collision, resulting in an already well-mixed baby universe. It's like mixing two liquids that were already at room temperature. The result is naturally uniform. But here's the question that might be hammering in your mind. Do we have any evidence for these theories? Roger Penrose claims to have found clues in what we call the cosmic microwave background, radiation, the remnant light from the Big Bang that still permeates the entire universe. He identified anomalous circular patterns in this radiation that could be echoes of black holes from previous universes. It's like finding fossilized dinosaur footprints, evidence of something that existed long before us. For the Big Bounce theory, scientists are looking for specific signatures in the polarization of the cosmic background radiation that would indicate a quantum rebound rather than a traditional Big Bang. It's like examining the wreckage of an accident to determine if it was a head-on collision or a ricochet. And for the eternal universe models, physicists are calculating what kind of gravitational waves, ripples in space-time itself, a collision between branes would produce, hoping to detect them with our most sensitive instruments. I need to be honest with you, these theories are still highly speculative. Current science hasn't yet been able to definitively decide between them, or even if any of them are correct. But that's what makes science so exciting. We are literally trying to decipher the oldest possible story, what happened before what we always thought was the true beginning. It's like being a cosmic detective trying to solve the universe's oldest cold case. What all these theories share is a deeply humbling and, at the same time, inspiring idea. Our universe, with its 13.8 billion years of age, its trillions of galaxies, and all its mysteries, might just be a brief moment in an infinitely vaster cosmic history. We are like people living in a single city, discovering that there are millions of other cities, in other countries, on other continents, perhaps even on other planets. Let's recap the three most fascinating revelations we discovered today. First, Penrose's model suggests we live in an eternal cyclic universe, where the end of each cosmos transforms into the Big Bang of the next. Second, the Big Bounce theory proposes that our universe is like an eternally bouncing ball, expanding and contracting in infinite cycles. And third, the theory of eternal universes suggests that we exist in one of many dimensions, where cosmic collisions constantly create new universes. This leads us to a profound reflection. If these theories are correct, what does that mean for us? In a universe that might be infinitely cyclic, every moment, every discovery, every human connection gains an even more special meaning. We are not just products of a unique cosmic explosion. We are conscious participants in an eternal cosmic dance, capable of contemplating our own existence and questioning our origin. In all the vastness of time and space, we are the way the universe becomes conscious of itself. Cosmic explorers, do you believe our universe is part of an eternal cycle? Or do you think the Big Bang was truly the absolute beginning of everything? Leave your personal theories in the comments. I love reading your reflections on these cosmic mysteries. And since we're talking about the great mysteries of the universe, what cosmic enigma do you want me to talk about in the next video? Black holes, dark matter, extraterrestrial life? Leave your suggestions in the comments. We're on an incredible journey towards 1000 cosmic explorers. If this video expanded your view on the nature of time and existence, join our crew by clicking subscribe and hitting the bell to not miss any discoveries. Like this video if it made you look at the universe with different eyes, and share it with someone else who is also fascinated by the mysteries of the cosmos. In the next video, we'll explore another enigma that challenges our understanding of reality. Until then, keep looking at the stars and questioning everything.